What's up, everybody? And this is your stream, Mr. Steven, aka The Legend. And you already know my pronouns, so I'm not going to say it. And welcome to the Steven Factors, Love on the Spectrums, Bigger and Weirder. On this episode, we're going to be talking about a controversial subject that I like to call the lack of diversity. Now, I just want to let you know, as a black man with autism, it happened to everybody. And yes, I felt uncomfortable with it. And also, I really don't like it whatsoever. I would definitely tell you experience how I really feel, but also things are not definitely get out of line. And it goes like this. Before I'm going to do that, let me just read the statement and see how it goes. Alright? Viewers in the border neurodivergent community frequently point out that the Love on the Spectrum suffers from a lack of casting diversity. While the show has been praised for normalizing neurodivergent romance, critics note a heavy overrepresentation of cisgender, white, upper middle class participants with similar communication styles. And there are, ladies and gentlemen, we have James, Connor, Abby, Emma, Madison, David, Tyler, Steves, Kaylin, Perry Kim, Shelly Wolf, Tanner, and especially Emma, Jennifer Cook. Yeah, so many people live in a white upper middle class. But what is a white upper middle class really means? So let's find out together. So the white upper middle class in the U.S. generally refers to the white-collar professionals with the advanced degree, high autonomy in their work, and households incomes roughly between $133,000 and $400,000. These demographic remains overrepresented in the top income quintile compared to their overall share of the national populations. Now, I just wanted to read some of it quick, like define characteristics, incomes and success. This group typically earns 500% to 1,500% of the federal poverty line in the areas with a high cost of living, like New York. The threshold easily climbs wealth is heavily tied to home equity, retirement savings, and stock market gains. Education. Advanced degrees like Master, JD, MD, and PhD are the norm of the prioritized significant investments in K-12 and higher educations. Occupations often dual income households consistent of corporate executives, physicians, software engineers, lawyers, and university professors. Lifestyles, consumer habits heavily impacting the economy spending, luxury goods, and high-end travel, and premium services. You're definitely gonna look that up, search it, and it happens to everybody. But yeah, if you live in somewhere like in Atlanta, Georgia, or Florida, and or Boston. Um, they've been living their own lifestyle in the middle of the upper white class. That's when Kian, the co-creator of Love of the Spectrum, decided to take it to another level. But the problem is what happened to the people of color. Now during season 2 through 4, they got two black participants, Journey and Logan. And due to the editation, I just realized, as a black man with autism, I like to see more people like me to explore about with the diversity, explore about are they those black participants have friends or not, or they just don't want to participating or even during on the spotlight. So Keegan decided trying to do it his own way and trying to focusing of the white folks instead of us, which is was completely uncomfortable about that. And they just need more black participants often and to explore who they really are, what kind of relationship they have, their sexuality, and their own wonderful lifestyles and special interests. So hopefully they need to fix it as well too. And yes, the focusing on the show is all about cisgender people. They already did with the LGBT storyline, but remember, due to the controversial editation, they decided to cut it a bit and focusing with more cisgender Cinderella story, which is not fair whatsoever for the LGBTQIA plus viewers. Period. So let's move on. And the main concern regarding diversity on the show span multiple aspects on the autism spectrum. Race and festivity. The cast is a predominantly white. The cast is a predominantly white. The fails that represents a significant diagnosis disparities and the experience of people of color living with autism. LGBTQ and representation. Despite the data showing that autistic individuals are statistically more likely to identify as queer, gender diverse, or non-binary, shows that rarely features LGBTQIA plus or non-binary participants. Supported communication needs casting largely realized on high-functioning individuals, often referred to as level 1, who are highly conversational. Viewers had expressed a desire to see non-speaking individuals, those who are alternative and augmentative communications, and those requiring higher daily supporting needs. So the show is so exactly that I have in mind. I think the show right now is very disappointed for the rest of the seasons. I knew that millions of people are participating of the show and they decided trying to change people's lives. But the problem of this format is diversity. And Kian just realized that I don't care is he an editor or not, he needs help with his editing situation. But some of the shows from season 4, they have some of the deleted scenes to focusing Logan more often, and they shouldn't have put it there permanently, and that's not fair. All right, it was on YouTube, so make sure you need to put Love in the Spectrum season 4 deleted scenes. Just all you gotta do is watch it, and it's there because the segment was Logan having conversation with Jennifer Cook on a video call. And I don't know why Keegan do that because due to his time limit, he wants to do more with cisgender people and also less LGBT as well. I think that is a disappointment for me as a black man with autism. I think Keegan needs to focusing with more people, more diverse, and he needs to respect his true colors. But I want to tell you the little bit quick story how I really feel. You know, since my grandmother was alive, she warned me about stay away for the white people, and I knew that. Like I said, I don't have any friends during the past, but I was trying to give a conversation. But I just realized back in 2007, the building was changed. And yeah, the building that I live at used to be diverse back in the days. But like I said, in 2007, everything has changed. And I was trying to communicate with neighbors. And I think it was pretty amazing. Even back in 2015, around 11 years ago, I have an ex neighbor who lives in this building for 9 years. She said to me, and I quote, "If you come to my door again, I will call the cops." And yeah, that was a threat. And also, 5 years ago, when my ex neighbors became deacons, they invited me into their apartment for the first time. And there's a little situation at the Crown Heights Community Group. And yeah, it was rough. And that church that I was at, it was the Apostles Church Brooklyn. And yeah, there's no lack of diversity, to be honest with you. There's no diverse church whatsoever. So that's why I've been transitioned into the Epiphany Church Brooklyn, and I've been there a couple of times, so I stopped, but I might come back there again for a little visit, or sometimes I'm watching YouTube trying to help me and motivate me for this. And it was a good church, so you should probably check it out. And even my friends, since April, decided to create a garden party, or should I say, going away party. I decided to join, but I refuse because it was completely a little weird, and I really don't like it. But you know what's even worse? My friend and I went to the first floor, and this guy decided to try and create his own homemade coffee shop in his apartment, and he said he had a dream, and during at the end, she nominated my friend that she is the number one customer because she is white and Jewish. But what he didn't know is I'm still lived there for the longest, for 37 years. And that really makes me uncomfortable. And it hurts. So that's why I have experienced it to who the hell I really come from. And I really don't appreciate how the show is completely getting out of hand. Why the director trying to expose with people with autism with a upper white middle class with no diversity whatsoever? Seriously, we need more participants, including black, trans, non-binary, Hispanics, Latinos, or Asians. We need more than that. I don't care if the show is popular or not, but they need more people of color like me to explore more things and talking about themselves. I really don't appreciate about his editation. I really don't appreciate it that they just deleted some of the parts of season 4, and it was expected but unexpected. But I think this show is definitely going on the line. And that's the bottom line. Period. If you learn more about this channel, please hit the subscribe button and the click notification bell to see my latest videos. And also like button as well. This is your streamer Steven saying, Do para la familia, and thank you for watching the Steven Factors, Love on the Spectrums, Bigger and Weirder.